So that's the conference schedule, and there's your meal tickets, and that's like an invite from my prof to a wine and cheese.
Well, thanks for showing me around.
This your first time here?
No, I've been here many times, conferences, family holidays.
Have you met the other keynote speakers yet?
Yeah, I know most of them. There's just a young guy from London I've not met before.
Jerry. He's doing fantastic things with like video special effects, inserting himself into TV images.
Yes, I've done quite a bit of that.
But Jerry inserts himself into pictures with himself.
Yes, so do I. It's an interesting area.
But Jerry uses a new technique called keying. Have you ever heard of keying?
Yes, I've been using keying since the 70s.
Wow, prehistory.
Maybe so. I was looking at the effects of keyed inserts on credibility, according to Festinger's...
Anyway, Jerry's found that you can affect your on-screen credibility by the kind of image you insert.
You know, I've seen this before. People like Jerry not reading the literature and then reinventing old studies as though they were all his own idea.
Well, the problem with the literature today is that it's out of date, and if you quote it, you look old-fashioned.
How old is a publication when it starts to look old-fashioned?
Anything before about 2007. Even that's on the edge.
Have you read my studies about keying published since 2007?
Where were they published?
Journals, books.
More prehistory. We're into like blogs these days. They're up to the minute.
But do blogs give you the detail you need to be sure the studies are well conducted?
Often the studies aren't conducted. What Jerry does is he thinks up an idea for an experiment and then he writes about it in his blog without actually conducting it.
Well, he calls it
armchair experimenting, like Stephen Hawking, he says.
So he compares himself to Stephen Hawking. But you can't rely completely on armchair speculation. Even Stephen Hawking's had to modify some of his armchair conclusions.
Well, Jerry's got a word for that. Rational empiricism.
Immanuel Kant called it that in the 18th century, which is much earlier than 2007. I said rational empiricism dates back to Kant.
But rational empiricism ends with ism, and ism terms never get out of date. Jerry explained that in his blog.
Oh, I don't know. With all my old-fashioned ideas, I don't understand why your profs invited me here as a keynote speaker.
To be honest, he says you represent the olden days and you're a warning to us.
Of what?
The old teacher-centred learning ways, like giving out facts and opinions, whereas the new ways is what I've been doing with you just now, where I tell you what works.
So what do you and other students like you want in a keynote speaker?
Evidence that he's adjusted to our learner-constructed ways.
How can he show you that?
Cracking jokes, showing photos of his grandchildren.
In other words, validating your learner-centered approach by suggesting that teachers are just empty-headed and sappy.
Yeah, I've got to go. Let me know if you need any help, like setting up a blog or whatever.